I was really honestly proud of, what we had talked about, that there was carryover. And that's what I was looking to see. The point of emphasis going into this game was a couple things. One, this is a team that's used to getting 80 and has scored 100 a couple times. So it couldn't be a track meet. So I wanted to make sure we understood it needed to be a game of two. They're really good shooting. They have 6 guys that shoot over 30% from three, a couple that are over 40. We didn't want Brown to get into a rhythm early, and we wanted to make sure we didn't give Dylan Jones any good looks from three. And so I thought they did that. The offensive part, that part is what it is. I was more worried about what is our mindset after whatever, 9-10 days off. When you have that type of break, offensively it's going to take the first 20 to get clicking. But it was the defensive mindset and what it looked like that I was most worried about, and wanted to make sure that the practice habits transferred over to game. And I thought they did that, and then I thought they carried it to the second half as well. Again, to hold them to 60, to hold Brown 4-22, and Dylan Jones only getting 1-3 was huge. To keep them at 60, for us to, for the most part, take care of the ball, especially in the second half, to get the ball moving with 19 assists and to make our free throws was a step in the right direction.
What was the key against Brown? I know Femi started off with him.
Femi did a great job setting the tone. We wanted him to play in the crowd. I thought the guys, it's a tough cover when they have the ultimate green light. They can take bad shots, they're still going to get more up. So the discipline that you have to have, the accountability, I thought was really good, and Femi got it going on that. But I think he always had 2 or 3 on the ball. He got nothing clean, nothing early. He had a couple baskets late, but to hold him to 4-22, that was a major step in the right direction.
Then you often talk about not letting offense influence defense, to kind of still have that defensive effort even when you're shooting. Was it 30% in the first half to kind of still have that and not let the offense dictate what you're doing?
No, and that's, again, I didn't tell them, but I knew, after a long break that the offense, it's going to be disjointed. But to your point, that we have to, and that's what we talk about, and that's what we talk about during the break, the carryover defensively. I was not happy with how we were defensively, just with effort, with mentality, with how it looked. We had to find a way to get that back, and again, I thought we did, and we did not consume ourselves with shots maybe not falling or offense looking sluggish. We focused on getting stops. We had 10 kills tonight, 5 in each half. So their mentality, their mindset was right, and that's what we needed. We all needed to see that. We needed to feel it. Offense for us will always be a work in progress. Continue to get better at that. We're gonna shoot it. I'm just telling you, we're gonna have a game where we shoot it. But the defensive part, we have to be able to rely on that. And I thought there was slippage, and tonight there wasn't. So we got to be able to bottle this up.
Offensively, the numbers in the second half did look really good. What did you see differently, better in the second half?
I thought we moved it a little bit more. Again, we had 19 assists, but I think a lot of it is just it takes 20 minutes when you've been off a break, and I think they just got comfortable in what we were trying to get done. They found a rhythm with what FDU was doing defensively. They were a little bit more poised. They relaxed a little bit, but sometimes just getting the game timing back after being off and not having a game in a week and a half. But I think, our guys know they have to stay confident offensively. And once we get that feeling and we get in attack mode, which we needed to get 4 guys in double figures, I thought we took, for the most part, pretty good shots. I thought we still passed up a couple that I didn't want us to. I thought Lukai passed up a couple. But at least the ball was moving. I thought we attacked the press the way we needed to get easy layups. Guys didn't settle. And again, we got to the line and made free throws. 15 and 18 was really good for guys to see it going, because they've been putting in a lot of time at the free throw line.
You had 8 turnovers, I think, in the first half. You kind of limited that a little bit second half, but the guard rotation was a little bit different than we'd seen with Caleb coming in there early, and then Brandon maybe sitting for a while, and then but Mike got going in the second half. Is that something you wanted to try a little bit earlier?
Yeah, I was just, the second half was kind of playing guys that are a unit that I thought was kind of in a rhythm. With them pressuring and trapping and running and jumping, you always want to have as many handlers out there as you can. And sometimes those guys, when they get into a rhythm versus a press break, you want to leave them in there. So it was nothing personal against Femi, nothing personal against Brennan, obviously. wanted to give Caleb a little bit of a look and see what he could do with a certain unit. So that was kind of premeditated. But I thought our guards did, a good job. I mean, Femi knows he can't have those 4 turnovers. He's better than that. You take away a couple of those careless ones, well, now the number is really low. And I thought in the first half, sometimes it was casual, but in the second half, when we're locked in, again, that's how you have 3 versus a team that pressures. So we've got to be able to own that and put that in both halves. But to finish the game with 11 is kind of right in our turnover window.
And with Frank out, I think early on Dawson maybe was not looking too much inside, but then the second half was a big difference.
Yeah, without Frank in there, it was good to get Trey some extended minutes and Fox obviously get some extended minutes. Teams are going to always guard Dawson differently, so some of it is just trying to figure out, like we know they have doubled the post with the 5 and the 4 at times. Would they do it against us? I don't know. So some of it early in the game with Dawson is figuring out, like, how are they guarding him, right? Are they switching ball screens? Can we use that? Are they not switching ball screens? Can you play through them in the post? Sometimes you want to post them to double it, so now you get 2 on the ball, you can get it out. Now you got, advantage on the backside. So some of it is just trying to figure out how each team is going to defend them, because the lineups also dictate that, right? When Fox is in there, maybe they guard or double differently than if Frank or T's in there. So some of it is me and us just figuring out, all right, what is it going to look like today, for him, and then try to find ways in the second half to kind of get him free. And then I think for him too, he sees the rhythm of how they're guarding him, and he finds his spots pretty good.
Ben, what did you see from a leadership standpoint in the first half when it's low scoring and kind of a rock fight from the guys that maybe not exactly what you expected? What did you see from them?
Yeah, no, I thought our huddles on the court were the best they've been. I could hear what they were saying. I could hear their talk. There was urgency huddling up, and it was huddling up for a purpose. We talked a lot about that. Like when you huddle, it's not just like huddling for no reason. Like what's the point? Like what's time and score? Where's the shot clock at? What did we just run offensively? What are we trying to run? And I could hear them talking themselves through it, which is good. And then timeouts were really good. I mean, guys were all saying the right stuff. Guys that were in, guys that were out. It was just defense. They were asking how many kills we were at. They were talking about taking care of the ball, not turn it over. They were talking about, hey, on ball screen coverages in the second half especially, they were really trying to stretch us to get the slip or get the skip. And they talked about, hey, maybe we just only own for a dribble instead of 2, so we don't get 2 on the ball as long. So like to hear that, them talking themselves through the game, it gives everybody confidence, and now I know that mentally they're in it. And so that's a step in the right direction. But again, it starts at the top. Again, guys that were here and guys that are older, you gotta enforce your voice.
Isaac played near the last 17 minutes. What did you like from him to keep him on the floor all the time?
I think it more is just, kind of ball handling, decision making more than anything. Him being able to handle pressure and get us in our stuff. Again, you made the sub. Now, did I make the sub knowing he's going to play the whole 17? No. But then sometimes, again, against a team that presses, I want to at least, you find a rhythm with that, with just your press-O and guys breaking. It's like you don't always want to go away from that. And so I just thought that unit did a good job of press breaking and getting the ball where it needed to get to. Obviously Ike plays with a lot of poise, and then you add the shooting piece too. I mean, he can make shots. I know he was over 3 today, but continue to have him be a threat to score from 3 or off the bounce is always a good thing, especially when you got Lukai and Mike out there with him.
You have another break, obviously with Christmas. First of all, just Frank is just a concussion thing.
He's just in protocol, so like he worked out today,
Sure.
but it's just when you go in protocol, it's just there's a day period that you gotta be around. So, I'm assuming he should be fine by the time we get back. And then you got a little bit of stretch, so gotta get there to go home, spend time with family and friends, and be smart. I think that's the biggest thing is during breaks. It's like make smart decisions, but then when we come back, it's straight business, and we're focused on getting better, and then Morgan State, and there's nothing further than that. So be able to regroup, and now can there be carryover from what we saw today, and then it's a rhythm. Now it's January, February, now it's a rhythm. You want to be playing confident basketball come January.
Yeah, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Have a good Christmas.
You too, man.
Yeah, please.
Gophers men's basketball team leads on defense.
All right.
Yeah. You got a preview of my story.
All right.
Stops, and I think we had 10 kills today, which is 3 stops in a row. We can win any game. So.
What do you guys feel like you guys did on Terrence Brown, obviously coming in, one of the best scorers in the nation, to hold him 4 for 22?
Yeah, I think we did a really good job on him, Femi in particular. Femi has taken the top assignments and done really well all year. So.
Look how, Coach called the seniors out at Indiana, and through the break, how did you guys improve kind of leadership-wise?
It was good. We had a couple of good days of practice. Got them long days. It felt like we been playing forever. So, no, it was good, competitive. We got after each other, and had a couple kumbayas. Where we talked stuff out, and I think we really needed that as a team, and it just feel good to get back on the the winning side right now. So.
And at the same time, when you have you guys didn't let that affect you?
Yeah, no. It was, I feel like our offense is gonna come. We don't really pride ourselves on the offensive end right now. We just try to take care of the defensive end. Us playing defense, offense, we feed off our defense. So, us playing a hard defense and getting stops like that makes us feel good better on the offensive end, and it kind of makes us play better on offense when we get stops.
Mike, was it at all challenging at halftime, knowing you guys were trailing, and after the 4 or 5 games you guys are coming off of?
No, I think we were pretty confident. We were pretty confident in the work we did this week, and we know we can hang our head on defense.
You guys have the rotation guard-wise like that, especially in the first half. There's so many different guys playing. Is it easier when maybe sometimes he leaves the group in that gets going, like you guys did in the second half?
At the end of the day, we have to produce. We're all here for a reason, so we just have to produce when we're out there.
And then with Dawson, Ben said the team's guarding differently, and it takes you guys a while to kind of figure that out.
For sure, yeah.
Once it gets going, then
it's game once it gets going, and we all figure it out together. So
Yeah, basically, yeah. Once they, once he gets going, he opens up a lot of things. They got to start double teaming, and guys like me and Mike, getting open shots and trying to open him up more. So that's the whole thing with kind of me and him, is just like what's the ways that we can open Dawson up more, where he can get more one-on-one opportunities without him being doubled, or he can make quick moves, or just less attention on him, so he can get loose and free. We need him to score a pretty good amount. So
We saw Isaac on the floor for the duration of the second half. That doesn't seem like a surprise anymore. He kind of has earned that spot. What have you seen from him so far this year to kind of get those first 9 minutes?
He's just a guy that he's assignment correct. Doesn't really do anything wrong. He pays attention. He takes coaching. He listens. He's not an arrogant little freshman guy that some schools have, but he came in to learn, and he's taking on the coaching, and from not just the coaches, us too. So he got thrown in the fire. We have all senior guards this year, so him just looking up to us, and all the summertime work we put in with him. He got a lot better throughout that time, and just going to get thrown in the fire like that. You have to learn on the fly. So
Anything for the players? No? All right. Thanks, guys.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.